We may have seen Mumbai Indians winning the Indian Premier League for the record fifth time, but it was always going to be a battle for the first in a sense. Delhi Capitals attempting to win their first ever IPL title against Mumbai Indians trying to defend an IPL crown for the very first time. And eventually it was Rohit Sharma's boys who emerged victorious. Let's have the Sports Star Extras IPL wrap one last time. Ashin, give me your hit of the day.
Obviously, I think I'll have to go with Trent Bolt. A lot has been said in the build-up to the game about his fitness, whether he will be able to, whether he'll be available for this game. And thankfully for Mumbai, he was. And what a way to make your mark again to show how important you are in this side, and also to remind Delhi over and over again what a mistake they had made in letting him go in the first place. First ball wicket in a final, which was never been done before. What a ripper of a delivery to get Marcus Stoinis, who is a dangerous batsman while opening the innings. We saw that in the last game, and we have also seen in the BBL how he has been influential at the top of the order. And to give the kind of start he has done, and not just one wicket, he also got the wicket of Ajinkya Rahane. And this is now his 16th wicket in the power play, equaling Mitchell Johnson's record from the 2013 edition, again for Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians love their left-arm pacers, and what a inspired pick he has been for them this season. Throughout the season, he's been just brilliant with the new ball, and his consistency in the power play has proved beneficial for Mumbai in reserving Jasprit Bumrah to just say 1 over in the power play and using him more in the middle overs and at the death, which I think has been very crucial for Mumbai, because imagine having to face 3 overs of searing pace and swing from Trent Bolt, and then also having to contend with someone of the quality of Jasprit Bumrah in the later overs as well. So he set up the final for Mumbai, and deservedly the man of the match for the final. And I think I would go with him as my player of the tournament as well. Yeah. So what about you, Amol? Who is your hit of this game?
I would go with the other obvious choice for the hit of the day, but for a variety of reasons, right? For 3 weeks in the prelude to final, Rohit Sharma had been in talks for everything besides his actual predominant skill, that is batting, right? We all were discussing whether he is fit, whether he is injured, how come he is fit for IPL but injured or unfit for international cricket. All those discussions will continue to be around for the next month or so. But when it came to the big match, Rohit Sharma just took the game away from Delhi Capitals, right? See, all those matchups that has become the in thing for T20, we all knew that Rohit Sharma has had an issue with R. Ashwin. And the intent that he showed, okay, you need guts eventually, and you need that supreme confidence of being a big match player. Yes, R. Ashwin saw Rohit Sharma stepping out in that first over of his, but Rohit still went for the stroke, knowing that the long one was on the boundary, but still managed to clear it. That for me was the biggest statement of the day, that the chase was never really on then on. Okay, yeah. And to play that sort of a knock, and since cricket is a game of great stats, to eventually score the second highest individual score by a captain in an IPL final, yes, that's a typical cricket stat. But eventually to take the game away from Delhi Capitals and to do it in a sheer dominating manner that is quite typical of Rohit Sharma was indeed a delight to watch.
Yeah, he was at his free-flowing best after a while, so good for Indians and for Team India.
Exactly. Let's talk about the misses one last time, Ashin. What's your miss of the final?
I would have to go with the guy with the purple cap, who ended with the purple cap this season, Kagiso Rabada. Don't get me wrong, he has been phenomenal this season. He's been playing relentlessly. 17 matches this season in a time like through the pandemic, coming in with not much cricket, and he has been like leading the wicket taking charts for majority of this season. But we have seen that I think around the 11th game mark of Delhi's for the season. After that, his streak of 21 consecutive matches where he got wickets, when that came to an end, like since then, like, he's not been at his usual best. And we all know the stats that he's taken only 2 wickets in the power play out of 30, which I still can't wrap my head around that stat. But the way he started against Quinton de Kock in the second over, I think that took the game away from Delhi and into the hands of Mumbai Indians. Defending a small subpar total 156, he conceded 18, and that he is capable of more. When you saw what he did against David Warner in the previous match in Abu Dhabi, the lengths he bowled, it was in the slot for de Kock to just free his arms. Like we have seen how the likes of Archer and Bumrah bowling test match length, which is not something which we associate with T20 cricket, but that's something which I would have expected him to bowl in this kind of game, because you want to put the pressure on the team to make them make those mistakes. But here he was affording him the opportunity to play his favorite stroke, the slog over deep mid wicket. That's just something which de Kock would take every day of the week, right? So yeah, that kind of that over tilted the game in Mumbai's overs, like the one previous what you were alluding to, where Rohit set the tone with the 6, and then de Kock piling onto it with another 18 runs. So 2 overs, 26 runs. It's just Delhi has to play catch up, where they can't attack the Mumbai batsmen, I felt, after that. So that was a bit harsh on Rabada. A superb season considering everything that has gone on. But yeah, on this day, I think he would be my miss. What about you, Amol?
I would go with the Delhi Capitals mishandling of power plays, both with the bat first and then with the ball. You elaborated on the bowling power play a little bit. I'll start with the batting bit, Ashin. See, it was a remarkable achievement or remarkable improvement than the last time they faced Mumbai, right? From 0 for 3 in the first qualifier, they were some 20 odd for 3. But when it comes to the big match, especially the final, if you're 20 for 3, the game is all but gone, right? And from there, they recovered in so much of way. But when it came to defending a modest total like 156, you score 41 for 3 in the first 6 overs, you expect the opposition to be reduced to a somewhat similar score. Instead, what we saw was Delhi it wasn't just about Mumbai Indians openers going for it, right? Like you said, the length that Rabada bowled, the others bowled, they had it coming, right? Yes, they had to be aggressive and go for wickets, but that doesn't really mean that you offer half volleys to batsmen, right? And especially informed batsmen. So it was that is where I think the game eventually slipped away from Delhi. And one last observation, Delhi were 20 for 3 in the first 3 overs, and Delhi Capitals scored 20 for 3 in the last 3 overs. When it comes to the batting essay, the middle part of 14 overs that was dominated by Shreyas Iyer and Rishabh Pant eventually came to naught, thanks to their consistent display in the first and last 3 overs.
Yeah. I mean, I think they were 120, 118 for 4 at the end of 15th over. You would expect them to score 50 plus runs to give themselves a chance of staying in the final. But I think their lower batting order kind of let them down in the end after which Pant and
obviously credit to Mumbai Indians for eventually dismissing Pant at the opportune time and ensuring that Shreyas Iyer doesn't end up switching gears, something that is renowned But still, I think that is where the game eventually turned away from Delhi Cap.
I would have liked to go with Rishabh Pant if he had scored 100 today as my hit, but then maybe I'll save it for the next season now.
Only you would have been thinking that.
I was rooting for him to come good today. He half did.